This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories. And welcome to my review of the Back to the Future trilogy. And this is honestly a franchise I did want to watch for a while. It was just one of those things that I never got around to watching. I, of course, eventually did get to watch it recently. I saw the first one at a local theater, and then watched the second and third at home. And I can definitely see why they're such beloved films. I think they all were truly amazing. They did a great job making them, and well, it's nothing like my favorite movie like it is for others. I definitely can see how it is because it's just a very great, fun story that is also really good with ties of family and everything else. But now let's go more into depth looking at each of the three films. Starting with the first one, this one is the most simple and probably the most fun. I don't know, I think all of them were great, but one still probably is my favorite, although two and three are still really great films. Also, I think that one just goes a lot more fun with the concept. It goes into some weird places and is honestly a lot of fun. And looking at one, the probably the most interesting thing is to go back in time and meet your parents and accidentally cause them to not be together. That's honestly just pretty interesting. And he is slowly erasing himself from existence and has to go and change things. I think that honestly, it's just a really fun concept for a movie. Him having to get help from the younger Doc Brown and eventually wanting to save him, trying to tell him of everything that'll happen in his future, and him not initially believing him until he convinces him to eventually check the note and he wears bulletproof armor. Honestly, it was just a really nice story about a kid actually just changing his fate and putting himself in a better position. And it's honestly just a lot of fun. Everything throughout it is really solid and it was really enjoyable. Now, moving on to part two. This one is probably the craziest one with some of the craziest stakes. This one, with the first one being super successful, definitely takes the most advantage of its budget, with Marty going to the future to help save his kids and his future. And honestly, it is just a lot of fun. The future, which to us has already passed, it being like the year like 2014 or 2016, it is honestly just really crazy. I think it might have been 2015. It's just crazy to think, how they thought we would be living in the modern day with hover cars and so many other crazy types of technology. And even though we don't have most of it, and it's fun to see what they did predict and didn't predict. The entire thing with the sports almanac was kind of fun. It being brought back in time to the past version of Biff and him just showing just how terrible a person he is and creating this entire empire, gambling empire that Marty has to go and change back. And honestly, it was just really crazy. It was a whole lot of fun and is easily the most insane and high budget of all of them. Moving to three, this is honestly another solid one where Marty goes back in time, this time to the Old West to save Doc Brown from being killed. And one was honestly just a lot of fun. It's pretty interesting to see people, from the future be in the Old West and have these just different views and wanting to try and return to the future, trying to find a good way to go there. There's obviously the really cool thing of the train being used to send them back in time, and eventually Doc Brown creating the time machine from a train. It was honestly really cool, and I didn't know a few things, like mainly the fact about his mom accidentally falling in love with him, and the fact that there was all that stuff for the future, like the Cubs winning the World Series and other stuff. I knew about that stuff. I didn't know about the exact specifics. And I also really liked the story they had for Doc Brown and him getting this nice happy ending where he travels throughout time with his new family. And honestly, as I said, this was just a really fun trilogy of movies. Three is, I don't know, I'd say it's probably my least favorite, but these are all really good films. I'd say I'd probably rank it one, two, then three. I'd say two and three are pretty close in my opinion. And honestly, as I said, it's a lot of fun. I think they did a really good job with it. I definitely see why so many people love this franchise, and I do wish that I watched it sooner. But honestly, I want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments. And I'll see you in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.